All right, I think everybody is here, so we can get started. First, thank you so much for joining our Fighting webinar series. I'm Arda from Sanction Scanner Sales and Business Development Team. In this session, we will discuss about AML certifications. Before we get to the topic, I would like to give you brief information about Sanction Scanner. Sanction Scanner is a regulation technology company that focuses on AML solutions within the last 5 years. We have several products such as AML screening, transaction monitoring, customer risk assessment, SLBO for UK registered companies. In our AML screening solution, we have about 1,200 consolidated sanction lists, watch lists, wanted lists, as well as the PAP lists from all around the world. And we trigger our data from about 3,000 data points. In our transaction monitoring platform, we have about 400 clients where you can create unlimited rules and merge those rules with the transactions either in a real-time or day of version to detect the suspicious activities. And customer risk assessment module will allow you to conduct your customer risk assessment. You can create unlimited risk scorecards and assign those cards to the individuals. So today we are hosting Reza as the spokesman. Welcome, Reza, who has about 7 years of experience in AML compliance at the top multinational banks such as HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank. Also, Reza has many publications that have been published and awarded by ACAMS. Reza, would you like to add something?
No, I think it's the perfect introduction. Thank you so much, Arda.
Thank you too. Welcome to our webinar. We have some questions for you, and then we will have a question and answer part for our audience. Our first question is, during the COVID-19 pandemic, money laundering activities decreased due to social distancing measures. However, in the post-COVID world, money laundering has surged at an alarming rate. In your opinion, what are the recent AML threats that financial institutions across the globe are facing?
Okay, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. From wherever you are joining us today, I hope you are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Safi, Arda, and Sanction Scanner team for arranging this webinar. So, Arda, this is an interesting question. I'm not sure how much deep I can go into, but I'll try my best. So the landscape of money laundering, yes, it has indeed undergone a significant changes both before and after the pandemic. Prior to the pandemic, traditional methods of money laundering, such as cash smuggling, drug dealing, or structuring transactions were very much prevalent. However, pandemic actually forced criminals to change how they behaved before the pandemic. They or move drugs as all the borders were closed and all the international flights were grounded. Very interestingly, in the early days of the pandemic, when lockdowns and social distancing measures were all put into place, the world actually witnessed an unprecedented surge in terms of technology adoption. We all adapted ourselves to remote working, online banking, and cashless transactions wherever possible. So criminals actually, found this as an opportunity to exploit the situation with cyber-enabled financial crimes. And interesting fact is that most recently we have seen that criminals are also using ChatGPT to create fake documents, convincing phishing emails, and generating different kinds of fake news. And against all these, we have also seen regulators across the world. They were also not sitting idle. Regulators across the world, regulatory bodies, they advisory notices, warning financial different kinds of cyber crimes, cyber attacks, and of course the virtual currencies being used for money laundering and terrorist financing. So banks remained very much active in preventing this threat and also increased awareness among staff. So this is one thing. Secondly, in my opinion, during the pandemic, countries around the world, they have introduced massive stimulus packages to revive their economies from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Just to give one example, I was reading an article, and it states that so only the United States introduced a $2.3 trillion stimulus package. So you can understand, or you can predict how much money all the governments across the world altogether they have willingly poured into the economy to support businesses. So criminals actually found this as another opportunity to exploit the situation. And we have seen many criminals and fraudsters hiding under shelf companies or shell companies to misuse these government stimulus funds with falsified business documentation. I was reading an article just last week that the US government has already filed more than 2,000 cases of pandemic-related fraud crimes, and they are conducting thousands of investigation in these areas. So in my understanding, this is another area of concern for banks now across the globe, as financial institution stimulus packages have largely been distributed by banks or through the banks, and now regulatory inspections and supervisions are more increasing in this area. And on a very different angle, I just want to add one more thing: is inflation is also having a significant impact on economies around the world at present situation. With the depreciation of the currency, the profit margin of the drug dealing also increased. On the other hand, inflationary situation is being exploited by criminals carrying out overpriced trade transactions. So banks are facing severe threat in terms of trade-based money laundering. So having said all these, complex dynamic situations about financial crime world in recent times, financial institutions are currently, they are more focused on these threats, and anti-money laundering professionals especially, they are keeping close eyes on to safeguard the integrity of the financial system. So if I just, quickly summarize the recent anti-money laundering threats that financial institutions are currently facing. These are predominantly the of number one, cybercrime, the misuse of the stimulus package, trade-based money laundering, and use of virtual currency and cryptocurrency for the purpose of money laundering. So yeah.
I see. Thank you so much, Reza. I would follow with the second question. Recently there has been a noticeable trend among compliance professionals to pursue different certifications to enhance their skills and knowledge in this field. So how do these certifications contribute to the professional development and credibility of compliance officers in the field of AML?
That's a really good question, Ada. So I'm glad you asked this question. Well, I certainly agree that certifications provide a structured and standardized framework of knowledge and skills. By obtaining certifications, compliance professionals can they can widen their knowledge, which they might not acquire from their daily 9 to 5 job. For instance, you might be working on just one role for last say 3 years, 4 years, or maybe 5 years. So chances are very high that you have both knowledge gap and skill gap in other compliance areas. So here comes the importance of the continuously upskilling yourselves. Having certifications, in my understanding, in areas where you did not get a chance to work, you can certainly use that as your weapon for your next big role. For example, you can simply say, hey boss, I know I have been into transaction monitoring or KYC for last 4 to 5 years. So I saw this new AML job that was advertised, AML anti-money laundering manager role in your department. So I feel confident that I can contribute in this role and apply my knowledge that I have learned through the these international certifications. So this way you can actually explore opportunities, gain more practical experiences, and make a better fit for the next big role. And in recent years, I'm sure you have also noticed that many advertised anti-money laundering job or compliance job. It is specifically mentioned that candidates with having international certification in anti-money laundering, compliance, or risk management areas, they will get the preference. But I would say that this is also true that having more practical experience will keep you stay ahead of the curve. Certifications, indeed, it provide the necessary foundation and keep you updated with the latest industry trends, development, while experience actually enables you to translate that knowledge into practical solution, adapt to dynamic situation, and make more informed decisions. So in my understanding, Ada, what I believe that striking a balance between certifications and experience, ML professionals can leverage the best of the both world. Referring to your original question, yes, anti-money laundering certifications provide credibility and enhance the professional image like any other practicing professionals. We have employers, importantly, regulators especially, they also recognize certified professionals as individuals who have undergone rigorous training or test or testing to demonstrate their proficiency in the area. This recognition actually increases your trust and confidence in your abilities, and it certainly, I would say that, increase the credibility of any compliance officers.
Thank you, Reza. My following question is like, what are the key AML certifications that compliance officers should consider obtaining, given that there are wide-ranging certifications offered by different institutions?
That's a good question. I guess many of you who joined us today, especially newcomers in the field, are curious to know what are the certifications available in the market and which one you should pursue and what are the best certifications. So um, there are actually a number of certifications available in the anti-money laundering field, risk management, or for compliance professionals. Some are local certifications limited to specific, geographic location, and some are very well known in international certification. Excuse me. So local certifications, I believe you are already aware of what you have around you. So let me, give you a couple of example in terms of international certifications you might consider pursuing. So in my mind list, the first is the Association of the Certified Anti-Money Laundering Specialist, ACAMS. So ACAMS is the largest international membership organization for anti-money laundering professionals. They have global gold standard AML certification exam known as Certified Anti-Money Laundering Specialist, that we shortly refer it as a CAMS exam. This certification is globally recognized with over 60,000 CAMS graduates worldwide. Uh, the interesting thing is this exam is mainly a proctored exam, which means you have to attend a nearby testing center and take this exam. But they also introduced, I can remember, they also introduced online version of the exam during the pandemic. So please check back whether your country is, eligible for, online examination. And other than CAMS, they have a number of certifications ranging from associate level to advanced level. So at the associate level, or for a beginner who have just started a career in the anti-money laundering, or want to or aspiring to start a career in anti-money laundering, for very foundation or beginner level courses, they have certified know your customer associate. So this is mainly focused on customer due diligence aspects. Secondly, they have another foundation level course that is certified transaction monitoring associate. So this is again, if you are curious to explore transaction screening and monitoring related aspects, then this is a good option for you. And third one is basically the certified AML fintech compliance associate. So they have recently introduced this, but this is also gaining a lot of momentum, since there are a lot of demands in this field. At the specialist level, ACAMS have three courses. So the first is the that I have already mentioned, I think, the Certified Anti-Money Laundering Specialist exam. Second is Certified Global Sanctions Specialist exam. This is another very reputed certification that you should be pursuing. And third is comparatively new. Uh, they have Certified Crypto Asset Anti-Financial Crime Specialist. So these three are specialist level. So once you completed your beginner or foundation level certification, then you can proceed to this specialist level courses. And if after taking these specialist level certifications, if you still feel that there are certain areas where you need to more upskill yourself, then they have advanced level certification courses. Like they have three advanced level CAM certification. One is advanced CAMs for audit. So if you are planning to move into third line of defense, or if you're already into the audit profession, then this is a really good option. Then they have advanced camps for financial crime investigations. So if you're already in the investigator role or aspiring to be an investigator in your career, then this is another option that you can look into. And third is a more like generic, but this covers pretty much governance aspects. So which is advanced CAMS risk management. So these all three, are very advanced level courses and certification program that ACAMS offer. But I think that to enroll yourself in these advanced level courses, you have to complete the previous specialist or foundation level courses. And when you pass the exam, the ACAMS has also continuing education that they deliver through online, or they arrange conferences and seminars so that people can come together and network with like-minded peers and professionals in the field. And one good thing about ACAMS is they also have their ACAMS magazine that is published both online and print magazine. So you can enrich your knowledge by their publications. They provide a lot of insights in this area. And second in my list, I think, is of course I should mention the International Compliance Association. So the International Compliance Association, or ICA, it offers a range of certifications for professionals in the field of compliance. They cover a wide range of topics, including anti-money laundering, cyber risk, fraud risk, governance, risk and compliance, customer due diligence, everything. So it pretty much cover everything under that falls within the compliance umbrella. The ICA qualifications are available at a very variety of levels, like the ACAMS. From you can explore introductory to expert level courses. So you can also earn a diploma or postgraduate diploma in anti-money laundering. So this is very unique thing. Only the International Compliance Association offer this diploma or postgraduate diploma. I know there are some universities in the world which provide such diploma, but ICA is the only institutions that they are providing this kind of diploma. And this diploma or postgraduate diploma are very long courses, but remember, this is very advanced level flagship qualification program offered by International Compliance Association, similar to ACAMS. I can recall that I see also arranges conferences and seminars for ML professionals across the world, which basically gives you the opportunity to network with like-minded professionals. And they also have their blog that is known as IC Insight, where you can get to know about a lot of things that is happening in the financial crime world and how you can be prepared yourself. And Ada, I think I have a pretty much long list of certification that would be beneficial for compliance professionals. And I'm conscious of time. Will not be able to cover all this today, but I understand everyone who have joined are curious to know what other certifications they can pursue. So I'll just quickly cover the rest. The next in my list is the Certified Financial Crime Specialist. It is also recognized globally and is considered to be one of the most prestigious certifications in the financial crime field. It basically covers cybercrime, financial intelligence, sanctions, and terrorism compliance. Then another interesting is certification program is Certified Fraud Examiner. So it covers a wide range of topics related to fraud schemes, or investigative techniques, or other things that within the falls within the fraud space. So the Certified Fraud Examiner credential is awarded by Association of Certified Fraud Examiner, the world's largest anti-fraud organization. So surely you can explore this option. And the last one that I want to mention is the Certified Cryptocurrency Investigator. So this certification is offered by Blockchain Intelligence Group. It basically teaches you the fundamentals of cryptocurrency, including blockchain technology, mining, digital wallet, and very importantly, it helps you to understand how criminals use cryptocurrency, virtual currency, to bypass different kinds of sanctions laws, or anti-money laundering laws. Uh, and lastly, Ada, I think that this is a very common question people ask me often. What is the best certification? So there, I would say
Yeah.
that there are many different factors to consider, such as the cost of the certification, length of the program, and the requirement for passing the exam. So the very best AML certification or compliance certification for a compliance professional will depend on your specific experience or career goals. So if you are a beginner, then you can explore AML foundation level courses, um, and then slowly move to specialized and advanced level certifications that align with your personal and professional development objectives. I recommend all of you to assess your skill gaps and choose a certification that is right for you. Once you have chosen a certification, be sure to study hard and prepare for the exam. I know that ML certifications can be very much challenging, but they are also very much rewarding for everyone. By earning international certifications, of course, you can demonstrate your commitment to the this profession and take your career to the next level. Yeah.
Thank you, Reza, for the suggestions. My following question is, what are the current trends and advancements in anti-money laundering compliance? And are there any industry-specific AML certifications that compliance officers should consider pursuing in addition to general certifications?
Um, that's an interesting question. So first, I think heightened crypto compliance is a major advancement in anti-money laundering. So governments and regulators around the world are increasing their scrutiny in this space. Cryptocurrency, they have come a long way within just a decade, and their fundamental appeal still remain very, very strong, I would say. So I hope you already know that when Bitcoin was first released in 2009, uh, becoming the first cryptocurrency, very few people actually were aware of it, and even fewer could actually foresee how one day it would become a household name across the world. And since 2018, there has been a substantial rise in the number of regulatory actions and fines imposed on entities operating in the crypto sector. Just an interesting and an alarming fact in 2021, the US Department of Justice, they seized more than $3.6 billion in cryptocurrency from a darknet marketplace that was used to sell drugs and other illegal goods. So the interesting thing is that this seizure was made only possible by the fact that the marketplace was required to comply with the KYC or anti-money laundering regulation. So crypto compliance is still, we all believe that it's a comparatively new field, but there is still some room for improvement. However, it is major advancement in the fight against financial crime. And second, I think Ada is of course the the blockchain. artificial intelligence, machine learning are they altogether revolutionizing. They altogether revolutionizing the anti-money laundering compliance by improving efficiency, accuracy, and effectiveness in detecting and preventing illicit financial activities. Blockchain's transparent and immutable nature provides a secure and trustworthy ledger for transaction records. AI and machine learning algorithms, they actually can analyze vast amount of data, transactions, and identify patterns and flag suspicious, transactions more efficiently than traditional methods or mechanisms that many of the financial institutions currently use. So this combination actually, enables faster, more accurate risk assessment, enhanced transaction monitoring, and improved detection of money laundering activities. So these are some, current trends and advancement in anti-money laundering compliance. The anti-money laundering compliance is always evolving, and RegTech companies are developing innovative technologies that can actually help financial institutions to comply with anti-money laundering regulations. And other very interesting thing is that I think I should share this, that in recent times you have seen, just maybe last month maybe, Google has launched AI powered anti-money laundering solution for banks, and many other innovative companies exploring blockchain based KYC solutions, biometric authentication, crypto compliance mechanisms, and advanced AI based screening solutions. So what I believe, or I feel that, the future of anti-money laundering compliance is in fintech is really exciting, and with new technologies and solutions emerging all the time. And in refer to your second question in terms of certifications, what are industry specific certifications are available. So I think a number of certifications already got familiarity in this space. For instance, there are certified cryptocurrency investigator that I have already mentioned before. Then certified Bitcoin professionals and certified, blockchain experts available in the market that compliance professionals and AML professionals could explore and upskill themselves with these cutting edge technologies. So these are, other than this, there are also, plenty of opportunities. So we should explore these and upskill ourselves. What I want to say is that the future of compliance, lies in the technology. So we also need to understand how these technologies can be misused by criminals. Yes.
All right. So let's talk about a little bit more about your experience. Like, what are some of the most important lessons you have learned during your career in compliance? And what advice would you give to someone just starting a career in this field or aspiring to move to next big role?
Well, I have been into this career for like more than 7 years. What I have personally, experienced, that anti-money laundering compliance is basically a never-ending process. The financial landscape is constantly changing, and criminals are always looking for new ways to launder money. So just like before, I have mentioned before that before the pandemic, there were certain typologies, and after pandemic, there are new typologies. So this means that, financial institutions, compliance professionals, anti-money laundering professionals, um, they need to actually constantly learning, these things and adapting to new threats and trends. What I have learned working in the field for last 7 years is that, anti-money laundering compliance is basically a team effort. You cannot alone prevent money laundering or other financial crimes. All key players within the ecosystem, including the regulator, play a crucial role. And together we can actually create an infrastructure that prevent such crimes. Financial institutions, they also need to have a very strong communication channels between different departments, such as compliance, risk management, or legal. This structure might vary institution to institution, but I think this will actually help to ensure that everyone is on the same page and AML risks are identified and mitigated effectively. My second learning or takeaway from my career is that technology is it's a valuable tool. It's not always a silver bullet. Anti-money laundering technology can automate many compliance tasks and help to identify patterns of suspicious activities. However, it is important to remember that technology is not always perfect, and human judgment is still essential in money laundering or anti-money laundering compliance. And AML compliance is not just about following the rules, what you have read into the policy or certification courses. It is also about understanding the risk and developing effective risk mitigation strategies. We need to be able to think critically, and I think we should all use our judgment to identify and address potential anti-money laundering risk. And other in terms of advice, I just want to say a couple of things uh, for everyone. Especially for the newcomers in the field. First, uh, I'd recommend that get a good understanding of the basics of anti-money laundering compliance. This includes the different types of financial crimes, the relevant regulations, and the different anti-money laundering compliance tools and technologies that you can leverage. Second is get involved in training and personal development opportunities through certifications, your internal company provided training, learning, whatever it is. The anti-money laundering compliance landscape is constantly changing, so it is important to stay up to date on the latest trends and best practices, of course, as the Steve Jobs said once, that stay hungry, stay foolish. Third, I would say that don't be afraid to ask questions what you don't understand. If you don't know something, simply ask your colleague or discuss with your teams. A lot of things in the anti-money laundering, in my opinion, is they are very much subjective, and anti-money laundering rules are not globally uniform. There are a lot of regulatory fragmentations that also exist, and so there are no stupid questions when it comes to anti-money laundering compliance. Just get the clarity when you need. And the last thing, Ada, I want to say that we must keep adding value to our self-development, because it is the only way to stay ahead of the curve. As you all understand that the world is constantly changing, and the skills and knowledge that we need to succeed in this profession and other professions are they're also constantly evolving. There are different courses just have emerged in last 6 to 1 years, like the especially in the crypto space, that we have never thought that this kind of certifications would be relevant for the compliance professionals. um, so there are actually many ways to add value to our self development. And other than these professional certifications or degrees, I think you should also read books and articles on money laundering, financial crime compliance, attend workshops, and webinar like this, sanctioned webinar that organized, and take certification courses as many as possible, or simply just network with people who are more experienced than you. The important thing is to never stop learning and growing. The more value we could add to ourselves, the more value we'll be able to add to our careers and to our lives. So my last message is develop a passion for learning, and learning will never exhaust your mind.
Thank you so much, Reza. And it was so clear from my perspective. Now, we would like to hear from our audience. Like, we already have some questions. And while I'm asking those questions, could you please type like any questions on your mind that you would like to ask to Reza, so he can enlighten our thoughts over here. And first question is from Naved, and he's asking if ICA or CAMS would be more preferable, like which is more beneficial.
Well, this is really difficult question. Which one is better, actually? So actually,
Yeah,
there is no
you can
better
just
or
criticize like
yeah.
objectively.
Yeah, so what I feel that ACAM certifications are they are more popular, they are more preferred by employers. Like as I have mentioned before, that many anti-money laundering jobs, it is specifically mentioned that ACAM certification holders will get advantage. So if there is one thing that you ask me to choose, and I would certainly say that first get the CAM certifications. That will be a big breakthrough for your next level career advancement, and then gradually you can explore one by one all the other certifications that are available in the market.
Thank you, Reza. And our second question is from Amit, and he's asking, is there any university which provide diploma or certificate in GRC or FCC?
Well, Amit, thank you so much. This is a really interesting question. So, as I have mentioned that, only the International Compliance Association, they have come up with this, diploma concept, or, postgraduate diploma concept. But to answer your question, whether any university provides such, academic degree in this area, certainly there are some available courses, master's program or bachelor program. So I can refer a few. uh, there is a college, not college, it recently actually upgraded to university, UTK University, that is based out in United States. So they have, master's program in financial crime compliance, so we can explore those. And there are actually, many universities, even Ivy League universities, and many other very good universities in the United States or in the United Kingdom. They have, master's program like in the risk management or risk analytics, that or even an MBA program that is specialized in risk management. So you can actually find these courses if you can explore. But I think that the risk analytics courses are also covering these aspects, all the anti-money laundering technologies, transaction monitoring and things, how you can actually leverage those technological aspects in your anti-money laundering compliance. So you can explore those universities in the United States and in the United Kingdom.
Thank you, Reza. And our following question is from Feroz. And the question is, if someone is a sanctions specialist, can they transfer these skills to secure a role in the fintech crime generalist role, like covering KYC, AML, and sanctions? Like, can they choose another path?
Yeah, I think certifications never hurts your CV. And and one thing that I have learned is a very old advice that was given by my grandfather is nothing goes unpaid when you actually actively pursue something. So there will be always some return that will get. And specific to your question, you have sanctions, specializations, work experience, or certification, whatever it is. Can you move to other roles? Yes, you can move to other roles. You can simply say that you have these advanced level sanctions, aspect understanding, but you also have knowledge in the other areas. So if you can show some of your previous activities from your previous roles, or from your previous endeavors, or involvement in the areas where you have where you want to actually move. So try to relate those things, and how your existing sanctions compliance certification can be relevant to that role. So connect the dots, and I think you will be able to good to go and explore the opportunity that you want to.
All right. Thank you, Reza. And does anyone have any other questions? All right, and I have a question actually, and then I would like to reflect Nuradil's question. And may I ask how often those certifications should be renewed, and how does the process work?
Okay, that's a good question. So many of the certifications that I have mentioned today, they don't require decertifications, but there are some certifications that require you to decertifications. For instance, the ACAM certifications or the International Compliance Association certifications. They require you to maintain the membership and also, decertify after a certain period of time. For instance, if you are if you have passed the CAMS exam, so your next CAMS exam or decertification is due in 3 years, and it's not just the exam you have to take after 3 years. You also have to earn some credits to be eligible for the recertification. So what are those credits or criteria for recertifications? So you have to be in this field. I mean, it should not be like this, that okay, 3 years back I passed CAMS, but now I am now working in say in other industry that is not relevant to my certification. Then that will should be that will be a problem. And another thing is there are different eligibility criteria from which segment you can earn credits to be eligible for the recertifications. So like you need to contribute in the field, like publishing some articles, getting some awards from your organizations, or attending conferences or seminars. ACAMS has its own conferences and online education programs which gives you credit. So if you can accumulate all those credits, and then you can claim that I am eligible for the recertifications. Yeah.
I see. Like it's a long process, and I think it's worth. We have another question from Rahman, and he's asking, is there any tool or application where he can learn anti-money laundering approach?
um, I'm
Like
not sure
online
about.
tools or like education tools?
Well, I think there are pretty much resources available in this field. Even if you browse Google or YouTube, there are lot of people talking about anti-money laundering. There are a lot of recorded webinars that are already uploaded in the YouTube. There are a lot of other resources, articles, books that you can buy from Amazon, and study materials about certified financial crime specialists or CAMPS exam or other certification programs. Everything is on your fingertips, so you can explore how these things work. But what is important is that sometimes not having any experience directly in this field might remain all everything remain might in theoretical level. So you should also try to explore how you can both learn and learn from the theoretical aspects, and also can apply those in your real scenario. What is the difference between this concept and practicality? So this how you should look into this.
I see. And our next question is about artificial intelligence. And one of our audience is curious, what is the effect of artificial intelligence in AML software and procedures?
So the first effect that everyone suspect is the lose of job of compliance professionals. So many think that when AI is coming up, there will be a lot of job cut because uh, when in the past there were 100 people required for compliance department, with AI, machine learning, and other advanced technologies. Uh, a lot of things got automated. So we don't always need such big number of human resources to prevent a financial crime. So this is one thing on the negative side. But on the positive side, uh, what I believe that technology is built by human. So there will always be some flaws, and you need to identify those flaws. for instance, the cryptocurrency mechanism, whatever we have. So things are evolving, things are changing. So who actually make correction to the technology? And not another technology corrects it. It's a human being that corrects it. So we need to upskill ourselves, then we will be remaining relevant in the field, and um AI will not be actually cut our jobs. One thing, and second thing is AI is other than job cut, AI is actually helping companies to bring efficiency, uh, more focus on the their resources, and take the risk based approach. So they are actually reducing our time, efforts, money, everything. So AI is good thing for uh, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Reza. And our next question is actually related to like our workflow. Rahman is asking if is there any services where we can like detect the fraud or like suspicious activities. Like that's why we have those kind of anti-money laundering solutions. And like in our solutions, you can screen the individuals against global sanction lists, watch lists, wanted lists, which is triggered from above 3,000 like data points. On the contrary, like we believe that those like solutions minimize the workload. Still, like risk officers, AML officers will be the ones who evaluate those cases after getting alerts, or in the transaction monitoring solutions, fraud officers will be writing the rule sets, and like according to their risk appetite, they're going to detect the suspicious activities. We are always here to help you out with those kind of solutions. And what do you think about that, Reza? We would like to hear from your opinion as well.
Sorry, Arda, you were breaking. So what is your last questions? I could not hear you.
Sorry. I was telling that like those artificial intelligence based solutions like we provide helps AML officers, fraud like detect officers like to detect the suspicious activities, have a safe work process. And what is your opinion about that?
Yes, as I think I have already, covered this in my previous question, that, AI is actually revolutionizing everything. Think about the chat GPT. So, you know, it actually helping everyone, whether you are into academics, whether you're into, financial crime compliance, how you actually use the technology, uh, you know, that actually that actually depends what kind of desired outcome you are getting. So I was reading an article about the, about prompt techniques of ChatGPT, just to give an example how, AI, gives desired results. So to properly, get the outcome from the AI, you have to also understand that how your input will generate a quality response. So that same thing applies in the AI. So how you are actually leveraging the AI in anti-money laundering compliance, whether you are exploring that AI can be used in transaction monitoring, or um, or KYC, or other
Exactly.
other aspects. So this is how you have to explore the solutions what are available. As I mentioned, that there are a lot of RegTech companies, and even Google are also coming up with a lot of different solutions. So you need to understand uh, what are the options that you can avail, and how you can mitigate the risk.
Thank you, Reza. Does anyone have any other question? It has been pretty interactive, and I believe it was very beneficial. All right, then I think we can end this session. First, I would like to thank you again, Reza, for joining our webinar. we would like to have you again in the future. And thank you so much for joining, everyone. If you would like to get more information about anti-money laundering solutions of Sanction Scanner, please don't hesitate to reach us out. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining.